Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
Mom, I'm recording a podcast. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here, Mom.
Mom, you can do the laundry. Thank you for washing my clothes. You can fold them later, and you better fold them the way I like you to. God damn it.
Oh man.
Shit, I'm sorry, guys. She knows this is the man cave.
Yeah.
I have my kitchen down here.
We have tens of listeners. Like, they have to hear us.
Guys, I'm sorry. On behalf of my mom.
Unacceptable.
This is pretty inconsiderate, if you ask me, Elaine. Take a hike. Anyway. Hey.
Take a hike.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. What's up? I don't know if you noticed, but we got a guest today, bro.
Oh, Aracely.
Aracely?
What are you doing here?
Just dropping by.
How's it going?
It's going. Just
that is
here,
the classic
chilling.
white guy response
Yep.
right there.
Living the dream.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fucking goddamn it.
Oh, man. Anyway, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Aracely. This is exciting, actually.
Thank you.
We haven't had a guest in a while, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember what we're doing at this point. Like, do you talk? Do we talk? I'm done, I think.
I mean, as we all know and have discussed many times, women should speak when spoken to. You know what I mean? Like,
Basically.
So that's when,
God, I wish I had those thoughts and just stuck to them. Like, just
yeah,
was the guy that was like, I am who I am. I'm Popeye.
the conviction and like the confidence it takes to have an opinion that strong.
Yeah, but I mean,
Can't
and that
do it.
correct. I mean, also like the best opinion. Anyway,
Well,
how's
of course.
things? Aracely is a friend of ours for what, man? Like 13 years.
How long have you been
Yeah.
with Steph?
Basically, like 13 years. So
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome.
how long you've known me.
that's how long
So-
we've known each other. She
I think
is
it's
Steph's like best friend from
What, Robbie?
the last 13 years.
the last 13 years. Aracely, performer, creative, mom, student,
Woman.
all around badass, woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're very excited to have her on the podcast. I thought it'd be interesting, maybe, Aracely, you remember who's responsible for Jordan and Steph being together. I would
obviously you,
say
Robbie.
it's me, but
It was.
you have in the past had other opinions, so I don't know if you wanted to share your side of the story.
It was my bad memories' fault. Okay.
Well,
I
That's
don't know what
it
that
was.
means.
I couldn't remember the name of the band.
it's
And I
okay.
couldn't remember who you were.
All these years later, I forgive you. It's
We still sold all of our shirts, so we're all right.
We did.
We made out. We were plus like $200, I think. We were
Oh,
good to
yeah.
go.
What was it? Definite change?
that one was definite.
It was definite change times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ran into. Have we told this story on the podcast with Steph? Maybe.
For like how we met each other.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, Marino definitely brought it up for sure.
Oh yeah, because he thinks he's responsible for sure.
What?
And
Yeah.
Who?
Marino, he actually gets pretty
Oh.
upset that we tend to leave him out of the story quite often. Because it was him and
was
I that saw you, but it's like,
But you talked to me.
well, and
Or did Marino talk to me?
it was probably me if I had to guess.
It was you.
It's hard to say because when you probably saw my face, it was like the rest of the world disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did mention there was like a glow around you, like
Birds
some sort of
Yeah, it was
chirping.
like security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was like
I
a
was like,
guy,
"Help."
a guy with a light, like a flashlight, walked past. Was like, sorry about that, So, but anyways, yeah, welcome back.
She's just gonna hang out with us and talk shit with us. So,
Of course.
Rob, anything going on with you? Anything
Damn,
major,
dude.
important happen? Anything?
Ah, man, can't off the top of my head. Yeah, well, today was just a crazy day. Sundays are always kind of long days anyway because I work early after working late, so I'm just exhausted all day.
Sure.
And Sawyer had his second dose of the COVID vaccine today. And I don't know if this is all kids, if anyone wants to chime in, but Sawyer is like deathly afraid of needles. And I didn't, he's had a few shots in the past and he didn't like it, but he's kind of been okay. But I don't know what happened this last time that he's just all of a sudden deathly afraid of it. But we ended up waiting for like 45 minutes and then we finally got in there and it was like I had him distracted the whole time. For like a full 45 minutes, I had him thinking of everything but the shot, right? And then the door opens and they say our name. And I'm like, all right, let's go in. And obviously then it's like the last 45 minutes didn't matter. That's all he could think about. We got in there and he was like a mess. And I obviously could care less about any other like kid or how long the nurse is there trying to get a shot into my son's arm. I just care about Soy. You know, I like want him to be cool, but then he starts to get like aggressively upset, you know, and he's like screaming. Yeah, well, he's like he puts his arm the other way. He's like, no. And I'm like, there's kids waiting outside the waiting room. And it's like the classic like dentist, when you hate the dentist and someone's in there and you hear the drill and they're like, from Finding Nemo, they're like, rah, you know? And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So I'm like, all right, kid, we have to get this done. Like, we're here. It's just a needle. We finally get it done. And it was just like a full on meltdown. And it was super stressful. I got the fuck out of there. I don't know if I was supposed to wait 15 minutes to see if he was going to like turn into a blueberry or something, but I picked him up and we got the fuck out of there. And
what did you buy him on the way home?
Well, he had chocolate. We were ready. He already had chocolate in his pocket. Like,
okay. I thought for sure you'd be like, listen, we're going to Portillo's.
I know.
Get a chocolate cake shake. I'm so sorry.
I had to go back to work, so he went with his mom. So that now he thinks I'm abandoning him. I'm like, oh, the worst. And so I'm all stressed out, and I'm driving back to work, and this took 45 minutes longer than I expected. And so the guy covering me at work, I'm like, I got to get back there. And I go and I come up to 41 on Grand, and I go to like make a left onto 41, and there's just a cop blocking the turn lane. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I go straight, and to my left, I'm like, man, there's a lot of Jeeps. Apparently
Jeep
once
convention.
a year, Toys for Tots does a Jeep run. Does this sound familiar to anybody?
Sure.
Sure. I had never heard of it, which is maybe why I was so mad, you know, because I'm not kidding. Like, there must have been 12 miles of Jeeps. Like, I get it's for a good cause, but I was late and I was so mad. And so I couldn't make any lefts because there's fucking literally a wall of Jeep. Just you can't get there. So finally I see a gas station. I turn left and I'm like, I'm just going to do a U-E and make a right. And another huge mistake, because no joke, I sat there for 12 minutes without there being a single like 3 car lengths without a fucking Jeep in it. Okay. And I'm going to go on record here. And I'm trying not to get mad all over again, because I get it that Toys for Tots is good, right? Just buy some fucking toys and drop it off for Tots or whatever. I don't want to sit and wait 35 minutes to get back to work because you want to drive your fucking Jeep with a blow-up Santa on top, okay?
We don't need the army involved to give toys to Tots.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Tots
throw
will
it in
get
your
toys
trunk.
eventually.
And if anything, by the end of it, I was like, fuck the kids, dude. Oh.
Whoa.
Fuck the kids.
Fuck the kids, man. Right? What's up? What's up, Kat?
What up, Harvey? This is Harvey because he's got half a face, you know, like Harvey Dent.
Oh, that's so nerdy.
He's also
That's
shifty
pretty
as fuck.
cool. Yeah,
My
I can
God.
see it.
All right, bye, Harvey.
We got another cat named Selena Kyle or any other Batman actual name people.
All right, now that was nerdy as fuck.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm done after that. I feel like I'm done. Heath Ledger, that's all I got. That's
Yeah.
no,
Jared
that
Leto.
I man, I feel for you. Jeeps suck. I feel like
Hey,
there's too many of them. They're in like this cult of Jeepness.
It's a Jeep thing, dude.
Yeah,
You
for
wouldn't
real.
understand. It's a Jeep thing.
I know a
love
couple people.
Jeeps.
I know a couple people with Jeeps that I won't even like mention it to them that there is a Jeep in the world because they'll be like, "Oh, have you seen my Jeep?" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking me. No, I don't want to talk about it."
We've all seen it. Your second Instagram for your Jeep. You like Jeeps, Aracely?
I want one.
Yeah, they're
Is that
expensive.
basic of me? I want a
They're
white
expensive.
Jeep.
Wrangler?
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course.
know.
You can't
Extended?
not go-
The box? The original?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, you're right. You
Like
can't.
the
not.
basic mom.
If you're like, ooh, the
Jeep.
Patriot, like, get the fuck out of here. That's not a Jeep.
Yeah, that's not a Jeep. Literally, there was like some compasses flying through, and I was
Yeah.
like, nah, get that. Like, this line could be half as long. It needs to
Yeah.
be Wranglers only.
Yeah.
Just buy
Honestly,
fucking toys for tots.
It shouldn't even have the Jeep moniker if it isn't a Wrangler.
No.
Like, it shouldn't be
Why-
a Jeep. It should be like a Jap. Nope, that's a wrong word.
Whoa, Jordan. Listen, Jordan. I don't know if you guys are aware, but this is a bicultural podcast right now. Okay?
Right now
We've
it
got
is,
a little
for sure.
flavor today.
Aracely
You got a little
is
spicy.
Mexican. She lived in Mexico for
Yeah.
7 months or so, or whatever she says.
10 years.
10 years, 7 months, same thing.
Is it really 10 years?
Same shit.
Man.
10 years. She ran a narcos ring.
Yeah.
She started her own Mexican jumping bean company.
Yeah. At
it-
7.
At 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I didn't know you lived in Mexico for 10 years. That is ridiculous.
That is
Yeah.
crazy, actually. 0
What
to
did you do
10.
there?
And I mean, the only thing I can remember from living there is that I was always barefoot.
Okay.
And it was always hot, like 110 degrees. And I did not want to ever put shoes on, so I would literally go to the store barefoot
Yeah.
at 110 degrees. I'm ridiculous. And I
I've
was
been to
looking for shadows
Mexico.
to like freaking jump over because I'm that lazy.
I've been to Mexico a couple of times, and the thought I had after getting like off the plane was, "Holy fuck, this is as humid as shit.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. How is this possible that people live here?"
It's god-awful.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Could you like afford shoes though? I'm trying to paint a picture in my head
Yeah.
here. Was it like a suburb of Chicago, or was it like?
Was your house made of
No.
Play-Doh?
Yeah. Was it mud?
It
Did you have windows?
was cement, and it was literally the smallest house
Okay.
ever. Literally smallest house ever. And yeah, I could afford shoes because I had
Okay.
aunts that lived in the U.S.
I figured. Oh, only because you had aunts that lived in the
Yeah,
U.S.
pretty
Hilarious.
much.
Well, actually, funny story. I'm allowed to say these jokes because I'm Mexican by marriage. I don't know if you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if
How
that's
long were
like
you-
I don't want to make a bad joke, but it's like, does that like are my ties severed to that part of my family now that my dad has passed away? Because my dad married a Mexican woman, and I have
tell
two.
her where she's from.
What's up?
Tell her where she's from.
Well, her family is actually from the exact same place that Aracely lived for 10 years.
Mexico.
Which is like
yeah.
So we're
yeah,
related.
Mexico.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like it's a Sabinas del Lago, right?
Hidalgo. What the hell?
Hidalgo. I mean, it's been a
Yeah.
long time, and it's like near Monterrey, right? Like,
Yep. On the border.
So my dad's been there. My dad went for a funeral. I mean, not his. I mean the ones like one before his. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he had a blast. He thought it was cool. He was like, it's so cute and quaint. You know?
Yeah, he was like, kids don't even wear shoes. It's awesome.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's weird.
It's 110 degrees. So.
Kids have chickens as pets, you know.
When was the last time you
So
were
cute.
down there?
Okay, funny story. Last time I was there, oh shit, when was I? Okay, there was one time that I went there in 2011, and I went there for 3 months because I was like, fuck it, bye. And I left, and I went
Hell yeah.
out there, and I just taught English. And that was 19. And then the next time I went, it was when I had just gotten married, and I actually snuck Scott into the country.
What?
Why are you
He
recording
wasn't
this?
illegal.
What
No,
year was this?
it
What's
was
the
the-
statute of limitations?
Yeah. Scott's getting arrested right
Okay,
now
fine.
as you
we
speak.
can delete this part if you want. But I snuck someone. I'll say this.
Yeah,
I'll
tell the
snuck
story,
someone
let's
into
hear it.
What,
the
was he
country.
in like a pinata? How the fuck do you get him across? That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, so oh my God, I can't believe I never told you this. We went, I can't even remember what year it was, and we went through land. And when you go through land, you have to do customs in this place called Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, which is in the Mexico side. Okay. That shit is scary as fuck. And we don't want to stop, right?
I got chills when you said the name of it, honestly.
Like Tamaulipas, Tamaulipas.
Tamaulipas. You know, some narco shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to stop. My grandpa doesn't want to stop. He's freaking like a 78, 79 years old at this point. And he was like, we're not stopping. We are not going to do customs. We're just going to go. And I'm like, are you sure about that, Grandpa? And he's like, yeah, we good. So he goes through or whatever. This military man stops us. And then he was like, can I see your customs form?
Wait a minute. So he did get stopped, though. So your grandpa's
citizen.
a liar. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
he assured you that he wasn't going to stop, and then he stopped immediately.
Literally stopped, so, you know.
Immediately.
Okay.
No disrespect to your whole family, but sounds like it's built on a house of lies. But anyways, carry on. So you pull over.
My grandpa goes, I'm a Mexican citizen. I'm here with my daughter because my mom was, I think somebody else was there, my aunt or something, and me in the back and Scott next to me. And then another one of my cousins. Obviously, we all look Mexican. It was good, except Scott.
Except Scott, yeah.
So
they're like, he's from Spain.
I'm a Mexican citizen.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a Mexican citizen. I'm good. And then he just goes, yeah, all of you are. But what about this white boy? And then Scott's like, and then my grandpa's like, well, what can we do, you know, to fix this up?
Ooh, hey.
And then the military man just looks at him like all bored. And he's like, whatever, just go through. It's fine. Just go. And like my grandpa's like, all right, cool. That's fine. And then Scott was like, did I just go into Mexico illegally?
Yeah.
You know?
Scott's like, gracias, senor.
De nada.
Good dia. Thanks, sir.
What a lax policy going on there. That's
I know.
You said it yourself.
So
it's the scariest shit. And then there were like one little complication. They were like, please, and he was like, okay.
He was like, you got any drugs in the car?
This was also during the time that like the military was all around the place because it's a border town.
Yeah.
Where I live or whatever. And Scott was scared that because he looks so white. And I was like, no, you're going to fit in because everybody's super colonized where I'm from.
Yeah.
They all look white like you. You'll be fine. And obviously, no, he stuck out like a sore thumb.
Of course.
And we went one time at like midnight to go get money from an ATM. And then we see this big truck full of like military people, like full mask on, you know, not even COVID times, you know, full mask on with big freaking AR-15s come out and get out. And Scott's like inside the ATM and me and my cousins are like, holy shit, like what the fuck is going to happen? These guys come out and they're like standing outside the ATM with these AR-15s and we're like, holy shit. And then I go ahead and ask them, I'm like, hi, what's up? And they're like, oh, we're just picking up our check. And I was like, y'all are going to scare my husband. He's in there. I'm like, he doesn't know anything about this. And he's like, they just laughed. So
you should have told them
like,
to scare Scott.
Yeah.
You should have been like, well, I guess it's not a big deal, but can you please scare the shit out of him, please?
They didn't even need to because there's two men. Literally one right here with a freaking AR-15 and the other one right here protecting the door. And Scott comes out and he's like, and then I was like, they're fine. They're just picking up their check. And he's like, okay.
What if Scott just went like John Wick on their ass and just like pulled out two like pistols of his own? He's like, I didn't think it'd come to this. And he's just fucking somersaulting and shooting everybody.
Yeah, he does like one of those like gyrated backflips and like shoots us, or he just takes off running just forever. He like never like, no, you're fine, no, for real. He's like, oh, I've heard this before.
He's like, San Antonio, fuck.
Here I go. Yeah, seriously.
Dude,
would you hilarious.
Say that's not the first time he would have done that though? Like one time a bunch of seagulls just came to attack me while I was pregnant because I was feeding them like a dumbass, you know, feeding them bread.
Yeah.
And Scott, I was like, Scott, the seagulls. And I just see Scott bolting it out of the beach.
Away from you?
Pregnant wife to be seagull food.
Yeah.
He's
ran
like,
away. I hope the baby survives.
What a weird thing to be
no
afraid
child
of.
support.
That seems odd.
Sounds like he saw his opportunity and he was
He
like,
bolted the fuck out.
he's like, this is either going to be really funny or very opportunistic. I can
He
speak,
left
I
me
swear.
And his grandma
Oh, well,
wow.
to
grandmas
be
are
eaten by these
tough.
seagulls.
Well, I mean, yeah.
know?
She could probably get taken by those seagulls. You should have left as well, honestly. If you really were smart, you would have. You would have
Ran
just
for
dumped the
sure.
rest of the bread onto the grandma and been like, "I'm out of here."
I'm wondering, like, so when you moved here, you were 10.
I was.
Did
Yeah.
you speak any English?
Nope.
What was that like getting into going to school and kind of getting acclimated to like the way better lifestyle?
The right way to do
us
things.
Americans, yeah, we're the best. So, viva los
well-
Estados Unidos. All right.
Two salads. No. It was weird because I had grown up watching like Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
that shit takes place in Winnetka.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing all these like homes and stuff like that, and everything in the 90s took place in the freaking Midwest during holidays. So going into that, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, fucking dream come true. But yeah, I didn't speak any English at all whatsoever. Actually, the people who were Hispanic were so mean to me. No one ever freaking
really?
spoke to me. It was like the little
Well, you didn't have
girls that
shoes
like
on.
didn't even speak Spanish were like, hey, come sit with us. And I'd be like, oh, I
Yeah. Yeah, like Jordan said, maybe and if you had your shoes on, they would have been
Yeah.
a little more apt to.
If you
I
weren't
didn't want that one
looking
to
for-
get buried because
If you weren't looking for gringos to smother across the border, you would have had time to make friends.
pinche juedos, you know what I mean? Oh,
You know.
dude, that's so funny. Do you remember the first time you saw snow, or just? I mean, now it's been so long that you've probably just been
Fuck.
pelted with snow over the years.
I mean, kinda, sorta. Like, all I remember is just being like, fuck, I'm in a
Where are
90s
my shoes?
holiday movie now.
Sorry.
Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
where the fuck are my shoes? Like, where are my snow boots?
You were like
Where's Macaulay
waiting.
Culkin?
Yeah, you were like waiting for your parents to leave you home alone for the weekend in the wintertime.
That's hilarious.
And I don't know if any of you ever did this, but my dad used to drive me to like where Michael Jordan's house was, just so like
Sure.
I could see it. And he's like, "That's where Michael Jordan lives," and I was like, "Oh, cool!" From the movie.
I don't know if I ever saw it, but I definitely remember being like, "It's near here." I think my
Yeah.
dad told me it was near here.
The big 23 on the gate. I went to this girl. I had this friend in first grade who like moved away to Lake Forest, and when she came back, she was like, "Yeah, I I like babysit Michael Jordan's kids and stuff." And now, like
Bitch.
thinking about it now, though, his son was like a year older than me.
Yeah.
Because when I went to
Was
U of
he?
I, Jeff Jordan was playing on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that bitch was a fucking liar. Okay. You know, there's
get her
no
on the
way
pod.
she.
Let's find
Yeah.
her.
I think her name was
Cut her.
Madeline or something.
Dude, when you asked about the snow thing, there are people
Yeah.
out here that are from Southern California that like transferred here that
Yeah.
they've never seen snow before. Wow. And so they like lost their minds last year when we were here like in February, taking photos and like
Yeah.
just being weird. And like it's so cool to be on the other side of that where you're almost like Bane from fucking the
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, where you're like, I was born in this shit. Like, you think this is like cool? This is the worst. Like, you have no idea.
You were
There's
like,
actually a couple
"I'm
people.
Didn't you bring your snowplow?
I don't have a snowplow, but I have a snowblower. And I did bring that.
Where they're like, "Whoa," because I remember when you guys first moved, you were like, it kind of snowed a little bit.
Yeah,
And
it
your
snowed like
neighbors
really
were
hard on
doing it
like
with, like-
Wednesday. And yeah, our neighbors were
Yeah.
doing it with garden shovels. Fucking
Yeah, and they
weirdos.
didn't dig out the street for a fucking month and a half. So
Yeah. But there's some people that I work with in my department that are like, yeah, it snowed so much last year. And I was like, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you two are from Southern California, and you are wrong because it wasn't a lot of snow.
yeah.
So I'd be like, you want to see some snow, come by where we grew up.
Aracely, did you get?
Oh my
Yup.
God.
There it is.
There it is.
What is it called?
There it is. It's Gabby's dollhouse.
Gabby's dollhouse.
Who's Gabby?
I don't know, but she's a
This-
billionaire now. Like, look at that shit. It's not even. They've been making that same toy for 30 years, and now Gabby's cashing out.
Yeah, Dora did it first. So
Here, you know what?
What are you showing me? Oh, what the fuck
This
is
is
that?
from 1972, okay? You can have this one.
there's an ashtray
this
built into the
bullshit I just
fucking
showed.
house.
It's like a pregnant mom smoking is one of the toys, the characters it comes with. So,
Dude, we had a going away party for a guy out here who's going to be going back to Illinois like a couple of weeks, and it was a great time. First of all, the guy that's leaving is definitely like a sad thing. Like not like I'm gonna weep, but
yeah.
cool dude, and it sucks to be like losing him. I'm sure he feels the same way about us because like we've all just became like a very like close-knit family with everybody from work.
Is he like golf crew or Bears crew at all, or just someone you
He's
really
both.
have enjoyed? Both?
Both, yeah. So definitely,
Wow.
definitely a cool guy. But we had a party for him last night, and we played beer pong for like 6 hours. And
Okay.
the one thing about beer pong is I am not good at it.
Really?
I don't really care. Like, to me, I think it should be easy because
Yeah.
I'm like decent at most sporting type things.
Dude,
And-
hand-eye coordination is kind of your thing, you know?
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
I had a few moments where I was like hitting the cups, but they weren't going in, which is frustrating
That's what
because
she
you
said.
think the ball is like this big and the cup is like that big.
Yeah.
How does that? I mean, I should be able to just like blindly throw it. Anyway,
Every time.
How'd
yeah.
you miss?
couple people were razzing me. I get it, no big deal. Couple people continue to razz me. I get it, no big deal. And
Yeah,
then, like,
yeah.
like the third or fourth one, I started to feel a little bit angry about everybody razzing me about how bad I was at beer pong.
Dude.
There's also 1,000 rules that I don't know that everybody knows that are just
Watch
like,
your fucking elbows, Jordan. Okay?
Back.
Elbows
so
behind
many-
the yeah, behind the back.
like the fucking the ping pong ball would like bounce, hit a cup off of somebody's foot back into a cup, and everybody be like Cincinnati Slim Jim, and then like
2 cups.
yeah, it was just like some weird rule.
Cincinnati Slim Jim.
And like I would be like, what does that mean? And they're like, you have to add a cup. Actually, I'm like, I don't. Why? Do
What?
we? Is that for us? Anyway,
After a while, they're like, "Give me the ball back," and you're like, "For you just made 2. Like, why do you get him back? I should get a chance. Okay?
Yeah.
Is this make it take it?
somebody's
I,
like, he's heating up. I'm like, good for him. All right.
Who the
Yeah."
fuck is?
Give it back. It's like, no, he just made 3 in a row. Why would I give him the fucking ball back? Come take it. All right.
It was a lot of fun, but there were a lot of moments where I was like, I'm not good at this, so I'm having less fun while we're playing this stupid game.
Well, you're not used to being bad at, especially like sporting stuff. You know,
yeah,
like
like little things like that should be simple. Like it's like a
Yeah.
hopscotch or something. It'd be like if I
Exactly.
just went and like broke my ankle the first fucking hop, which would never happen, ladies.
well, what I find interesting in Aracely, you might agree. You said you don't care though. You're like whatever about it.
Yeah.
That just to me sounds like something someone who's not good at beer pong would say. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're probably right. You're probably
Typical.
right.
you get out first in dodgeball and you're like, you're throwing balls at each other. What are you, barbarians? This shit's stupid. I don't even care.
I have a book report to write anyway. I wanted to get out. No big deal.
It's like the 8th hole of a golf match between you and your best friend of 20 years, and you're just like, I'll just fucking hit it into the sign. I don't even care about this stupid game. Yeah, I've practiced 100 hours this year. No, I'm not even close to competing with you right now. Shut up.
Damn it, Elaine.
Elaine, Mom, get the fuck. I had to tell you, just, now that we're into this podcast, I did lean over beforehand. I was like, because I wasn't just going to hit her with that cold.
no.
You know what I mean?
I mean-
I was just leaned over and I'm like, hey, Mom, this is all a joke. Please don't hate me. Mom, shut the fuck up. It's
Yeah. You got to be smart about it. You can't like,
Jordan used
sever
to-
your ties.
Well, yeah. So, Aracely, I don't know you know Jordan well, obviously, and you know that he says some pretty fucking crazy ass shit sometimes. We'd be on the phone, and I'd be like, "Oh, Jordan, my mom." I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I'd be like, "Hey, Jordan, my mom says hi," and he'd be like, "Yeah, tell her I'm gonna duct tape her butt cheeks open and blow bubbles in her ass," and I'd be like, So then I'd be like, "Hey, mom." Jordan's gonna duct tape your butt cheeks open and blow bubbles in your ass, and she'd be like, "He did not say that. He did not. He would never fucking say that." I'm like, he
That would
sure
never come out of her mouth.
did. Never.
That's a good one though. It's fun.
I'm gonna say that to a girl on this vacation.
What vacation?
Well, my friend Shannon is turning 30. Beginning of December. Oh wait, we're here because I leave for vacation in 3 days. Just want to start this by saying I'm fucking freaking out. Okay, I don't go on vacations. I don't travel internationally. We're going to Egypt.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. We're going to Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic.
Fuck out of
Egypt would be crazy, but so we're flying out. Marino and I are sharing a room. And like I booked the whole thing, so we're traveling together too, which is huge. But the flights started getting moved around as time went on. So we leave Wednesday at 9 a.m. We get to Boston at noon, and then we're in Boston until the next day at 6 a.m. So we have like a side quest, like a mini vacation at the beginning of the vacation. And so we're going to go like have dinner, have a couple drinks, walk around Boston a little bit, and get to bed early because then we have to Thursday morning be on a flight at 6 to Florida and then Florida to the Dominican Republic. I don't know if anyone listening is rich, but this is how poor people travel. We have to catch a bunch of layovers and connecting flights. Honestly, straight flight, can't even imagine what that is like. I don't know if I've ever done that in my life.
When you look at the flights and you're like, what's a 27-hour layover? And you're like, oh
Yeah,
my God, that's more than a day. What the hell?
Literally. And when we had it originally, it was like a 12-hour layover. I was even like, we'll just stay in the airport even. Who cares? Like, we'll find somewhere to chill. But then when it got bigger and bigger and turned to 18 hours, I was like, all right, we're having a night on the town in Boston. So,
Gotcha.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to be in Punta Cana from Thursday until Tuesday, living life on the beach. I was thinking like, so you can play tennis and like there's a workout room and there's like all this active stuff to do. And I don't know if I'm just like, because I never really went on these vacations as a kid to tropical places, or like I had been to Disney once, and usually we would go to like Jellystone Park, like campgrounds up in like Wisconsin Dells if we did anything, or just visit family around the country. We never like went on a beach vacation. I've never been on one before. And so I'm like a 17-year-old in my head, and I'm like, I want to play tennis every day, and maybe they have volleyball. Yeah, everyone's like, let's get drunk and chill, and I'm like, I want to play golf if I can. Can we fucking? Do they have tetherball? Like,
I did water aerobics in Puerto Vallarta.
Did you?
In St. Thomas. That's where I went. Sorry.
Why not? Right?
And,
like,
well, I was killing it. Like fucking Blanche and fucking Maud were behind me. Those
like,
are the same people. And I was just like, "What are you guys ladies having problems with?"
Yeah. Come on,
funny.
they said clap it up, ladies. You're like cheering them on.
Like, let's go, Diane.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I'm really hoping someone wants to play tennis for at least 2 hours every single day. That's kind of what I'm hoping for on vacation. But
well, good luck with that. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to just take everything over and ramble nonstop. Yes, I do. But we kind of are staying at the retirement home of Riu Palace Resort Hotels, you know? Mm-hmm. Shannon picked the one that was like, it kind of was more low key, kind of more chill. And then we booked, and I started looking at like hashtags on Instagram and checking pictures and stuff. And it was all gray hair. Like, I don't think I saw a single person younger than 55. You know, like, and that's.
So you're gonna get a sugar mama while you're there.
Oh yeah, if I don't bag at least 3 or 4 silver. What do you call a silver fox for a girl? Silver pussy.
Cougar? Oh my God.
Cougar. Sorry.
You went there, okay?
If I don't find just like a Harvey Dent. You know what I mean? Just like a gray puss.
A great Harvey. Oh,
Your cat's named Harvey Dent because its face down the
'Cause you're a
middle.
nerd.
Anyway.
yeah, and he's a great pussy. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know where I was even going with this, but so I'm gonna be hanging out with old people. I'm sure there's an old person that'll want to play tennis with me. You know.
Bring your business cards. Just
Seriously,
everybody needs to
just-
listen.
If someone's raunchy, I'm gonna be like, 2 fucking idiots. Check them out. I'm bringing that backpack, so I'll just say they're already in the pocket.
Nice. Well,
Anyway,
Robbie,
good luck, man.
what?
you're single and you're just talking about business cards.
Yeah.
Is it a thing that single people carry around business cards to give to girls? They're like, hey, call me. And then, like, give them their phone number on there. But it's just, like, their name and their phone number.
Interesting.
Because I had someone give me that.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably a QR
At a
code
bar.
on it, right?
Is it? Hey, that's honestly
It
smart.
literally said J something. And then it was an email.
Let's email them right now.
And he would. And
Do you have it
I
still?
don't even remember. Oh, no, because it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he had a phone number and he was like, call me sometime. And then I was like, the fuck? I thought it was his business. It was
Yeah.
just his fucking name and his email and his phone number.
Is that why I'm single? Because I don't have business cards? You
You
know,
need business cards.
Did I miss this webinar somewhere? Like, this is how you get ladies?
Go order your business cards. $500 for $20.
Okay.
Go hand them out.
Boom. Overnight shipping. And
Overnight shipping.
and I'll be
Get
ready
that
for
shit.
vacay. So I guess if any age group of women is going to appreciate a business card with my phone number on it, it's probably the ladies I'm going to be bumping elbows with at the swim up bar. So
Yeah, just put like your Instagram, YouTube, whatever on it. They won't know how to do anything with that.
No.
But their grandsons will show them.
yeah, they'll be like, "Hey, honey, I banged this 31-year-old on vacation. Can you get me to his Instagram?
I can't
check
wait
out his face
until
space."
I can't wait until you come back and you're like, I was like, how was the trip? And you're like, it was great. So I'm in a relationship. It's nothing serious right now. We're still gonna play it slow, but she is on a ventilator. So I'm not gonna be able to keep it too slow.
Should I? Well, the thing is, do I try to find like a cute 50-year-old sugar mama that's like still active, or do I just go straight Anna Nicole and just grab like a 97-year-old,
75 and up.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now. The biggest tittied woman there, you need to go make friends with her.
Okay,
And
deal.
Just motorboat it for the pod. That's all I have to say.
Damn it! I'm gonna be like, listen, lady. I know your husband's right here, but you have the biggest cans.
Yeah.
And my friend said I have to motorboat him. So
Just
So
you know what
gotta
you
do
should
it.
do? Honestly, this will definitely work. Just have a piece of paper, crumple it up a few times, be like, I'm on a scavenger hunt. I'm really sorry. I have to motorboat some boobies. And then she'll be like, what? Scavenger hunt rules, whatever. And then just do it for you.
chances are I can beat up most of those old guys, though, right? Like, I'm fat, but like they're old. You know.
Well, I
Be
can't
like
wait
Chuck
to hear
Liddell's
about it.
there. Okay, yeah. Well, I can't wait to update you. Hoping we can do an episode from Punta Cana. That'd
That'd be fun.
be awesome, I think. So
Especially
we'll
if you
see.
bring that big titty bitch in there, and then you can just
Yeah, true.
just be like
Motorboat
wandering
him on
around in the
camera.
background.
Yeah.
Live.
Be like, hey, can you stand right here for 45 minutes?
All right. Hey, listen, we are like 38 minutes in, so we're late about this.
Okay.
But it is time for Fucking Idiot of the Week.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
There you go.
I didn't want to say it because the look on Aracely's face was like, what the is going on right now?
We should have just
I was
kept
like,
it
what is
silent for
gonna
like
happen?
7 minutes and just acted like something was playing in the background.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway,
Real quick.
Yeah, Robbie, explain
for
the
any
segment.
new listeners, or also for Aracely potentially,
Who
a fucking
pretends to
idiot
listen.
is someone in our lives that we want to give like basically a big shout out to, or just in the world. I mean, news stories, personal friends. I've kind of been waiting for like someone to do me, Jordan, but that's fine. And it's like, we want to give him a shout out. Fucking idiot is a good thing. It's a positive thing. So
Yeah.
anyway,
you want to go first? You want me to go first? What do you got?
mine's kind of sappy. So I mean, should we like start with me and then go up from there?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Unless you want to end sappy, I'm comfortable with that too. But
Well, it doesn't matter.
all right. Well, so today was kind of a crazy day all over for me. Obviously, the whole Sawyer thing happened, and then those Jeep cunts were, ruining everybody's day. But also, during that whole time, it was my last day at Lamb's Farm. Oh, shit. I wasn't going to say the name.
That.
But I mean, I might still try to pick up shifts there when I can. But I've been working 7 days a week, and I'm just mentally exhausted. And, something had to give, unfortunately. And although it's my favorite job I've ever had, and the relationships that I've established there mean a lot to me, I need at least 1 day off a week to kind of recharge. So, so for my fucking idiot this week, I wanted to kind of highlight the participants that I worked with while I worked there. Because I've done my best to keep them out of the podcast because we are pretty inappropriate and I was working there and I just didn't want to get into a lot of trouble, but today was my last day, so fuck it, let's talk about it. And so for my fucking idiots, I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna shout out the ones that I worked with in my specific building while I worked there because, man, I don't know. I guess I should mention that I told them that I was leaving today. I waited till the last minute because I knew it was going to be, I don't want to sound like a fucking cocky prick, but I knew they were going to be upset. So I sat them down, and the worst part is that one of the participants is super emotional and attached to me because I'm a loving person, and she is needy in that way, not in a bad way. It's just something about her.
Yeah, we heard you. We heard what you said.
I'm awesome. So, and so I walk in and I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to mute the TV because I just want to, talk to everybody real quick. And I think she already knew, when I originally went down to 1 day a week, she was like, all right, Rob, see you tomorrow, right? And I was like, I'll see you when I see you. And she's like, tomorrow from 3 to 11, correct? And I was like,
She's writing it down.
actually, yeah. And she was really mad. So I was nervous about this. So I'm like, I'm just going to mute the TV and mention something. And she's like, what? I'm like, oh shit, already. I'm like, oh, just give me 1 sec. I got to find for the sound bar. I got to mute it. And she's like, what? It's like, oh, God damn it. So I said it. And
I would have been like, nothing. I'm here for life.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was really
mind.
tough. And so then I start talking. She's like, nope, you're sticking here and you're never leaving. It was a whole thing that happened that was pretty crazy. And she got really upset. And then something hit me because there's an old guy there who was one of the original Lamb's Farm people on State Street or whatever in Chicago 60 years ago. He's 90 years old.
Yeah.
And he's he walks up to me when I'm about to leave. There's no one around. And he's like, hey, Rob. I'm like, what's up? And he puts his dainty little hand out. And, I grab his hand. I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I just, I was upset earlier. And he doesn't normally express his feelings, so this was crazy. He's like, I was upset earlier. I'm pretty sad that you're leaving, but good luck with your new job. And I'm like, what the? He's not an emotional guy like this. And so now I'm like, do I not leave? Am I making breakthroughs with these people? What's going on? So anyways, without further ado, today was a long day, but I just want to give a shout out. So I wrote them down so I don't miss anybody.
Yeah.
But they absolutely do not listen to this fucking podcast, so it's not going to matter if I forget anybody. So here are my fucking idiots, okay? Pat, Renee,
Woo!
Mike, Barb,
Nice.
Allison,
Yep.
Richard, Mark, Anne, George, the music professor. He asked me today, he's like, when am I going to see you next? And I was like, I'm like, I'll be back after I go to the bathroom. You know, I was like trying to, anyway. Alan, Linda, why can I not even read Luis, Kathy, Patty, Betty, Mary, and Carol. You fucking idiots. I love you guys. I'm gonna miss you.
I was hoping that list was going to be like 39 more names.
I was like, keep going.
Fucking
That's all I had. Sorry.
Donner, Blitzen,
fucking Adolf.
Yeah. No, that's
whole
that's
gang.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to do that for them, and fuck you, Gerardo, but he'll appreciate that because we work together there. So,
Aracely, do you have a fucking idiot? No. Okay, sounds good. I'll go now. This is my part, I guess. Man. So a couple of weeks ago, Steph and I, not to brag or anything, but we did volunteer at a food shelter. Out of the kindness of our hearts, like no big deal.
Let me guess, you guys did awesome because your job is wrapping things.
No, yeah, I mean, we did awesome. I mean, it was really an eye-opening experience. We didn't do it for the credit, not that I need it, you know what I mean? Like, not that I need to mention it again, but we did in fact help out at a food shelter.
Yeah. Did anyone not say thank you to you?
No, there were some people there that were pretty nice. I don't know. I mean, they could have said more. I mean, obviously,
yeah,
there's always more to give.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
The thing about that is that we had to focus on like due dates and or like Best Buy dates, stuff like that. And man, there was so much food that wasn't even past that date, but was like cosmetically damaged. So like a box of Capri Suns was, Big Daddy dropped on the floor. And now nobody wants that one because it looks like shit, And so that was a lot of the food was just stuff that was like cosmetically not great looking. And so in Pittsburgh, there is an organization that, a lot of food banks, they do that kind of service. But this service is slightly different. They were going around to like hundreds of different businesses in the Pittsburgh area and basically asking for their like cosmetically damaged foods or like stuff that's going to expire in like a week that you're just not going to sell. You have too much stock of it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And they were compiling all this to give out to shelters. So they were like the middleman between giving to shelters. But then they had so much fucking food that the shelters couldn't even keep up with it. Like that's a good problem, I guess, but it's also like not a great thing that there's just like not enough volunteers or people like willing to be as generous as I am. But the
there it is.
But in 2019, a girl named Leia Lizarrando. So I believe she's
back to the names. Here we go. Oh wait, where?
Mexico, I believe.
You're talking about Selena Del Taco. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She started this company, 412 Food Rescue is the name. I'm assuming 412 is a area code, but I did not look that up. So I'm just gonna
8 minutes early as far as I'm concerned.
Just gonna go with it. So so they did this whole thing where they were compiling all this and giving it out to shelters in the area, but then they couldn't keep up. So then she just said, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to just make my own kitchen that can keep up with that, like that, intake, I guess. Okay. So in 2019, she opened up her own kitchen and it's, dude, like, obviously she's a great person. Everybody that does this kind of stuff is a great person. You know what I mean? Like just being helpful. But not only does she help out, her kitchen is solar powered somehow. Like not even like I'm sure she was like, should we just use normal electricity? And she was like, no, the environment can't handle it.
We're going to give back to our community and to Mother Nature.
Yeah. So she created this thing. She also created an app called Food Rescue Hero, where people can like sign up almost like DoorDash, pick up donations and drop them off to where they need to go, which is fucking probably a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the one thing about this article that actually, well, first of all, she's my fucking idiot because that's awesome.
Sure.
But the one thing about this article that actually was like super eye-opening to me is that like food, when it goes bad, it is like one of the biggest factors in CO2 emissions. So it just like creates more of this fucking climate change we all deny is real. And so with her company over the last however many years, she's turned 20 million pounds of like surplus food into 17 million pounds of actual meals for people. So
Wow.
super awesome, like for real. Not only for the people that are eating that food, but also just for the lack of fucking trash everywhere or landfills. So yeah, I mean, she took a page right out of my book, out of helping. So I feel really good for her. I believe it was probably the last time I mentioned this on the pod that drove her to do all these nice things.
Kindred spirits. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, exactly. So, Leah Lizarrando is my fucking idiot of the week. And there's nothing funny about that. Right? Well,
yeah, I can't think of a single thing. All I can think of is, to be honest, I don't remember anything you said besides the fact that climate change is real. Yeah, okay, you liberal cuck. Why don't you fuck yourself, dude?
What's wrong with me?
Anyway, no, but that's awesome. 17 million pounds of food. Yeah. I'm like, what am I supposed to eat for dinner? You know, sounds like a pretty light lunch to me. Hey, give me some, right?
But yeah, that's my fucking idiot, and that is that segment, I guess. There we go.
I do have one more question.
What's up?
And I don't want to be complete. I'm like not trying to be a complete dick right now, but like, sure. How much is she getting paid to do? You know what I mean? Because it's like you have to make a living if you want to.
Nonprofit, bro.
Listen, I know a CEO of a nonprofit that is doing fine. All right, sure. She's a millionaire after 4 years. So it's like, yeah, these nice people, it's like, give it a rest. How about you let us know how much you're getting paid too? Okay.
Yeah. He gets paid in children hugs and kisses. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
You throw the title nonprofit on and no one like questions it. This is a nonprofit podcast. Whenever we make money, I swear to God, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to go right into paying my bills and there will be no profit. Okay. So yeah, that's honestly amazing. I guess I didn't even like before when you said what you did, I was like, okay, that sounds like fine. Sounds like something you like had to do to make your bosses happy. But it's like when I hear like about the sacrifices she's made for her community, you know,
yeah,
it's like it really kind of it's inspiring.
For no profit.
Yeah, no profit.
For no profit. As probably the best, humbly speaking, like the best person on this podcast right now, I think I'm gonna have a completely original idea, and I think I'm gonna start volunteering at, you know, like a soup kitchen or a pantry or a homeless shelter or something.
I mean, everybody, if they just felt as guilty as you do right now, the world would be a better place.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. I'm a guilty guy, bro. Honestly, I live with just debilitating guilt. It's fine. So, Aracely, what is this? What you expected when coming on this podcast? Do you think? Like, is this?
We haven't even mentioned like dicks once, so that feels like
we honestly have kind of kept it together a little bit today.
I think we mentioned like 3 pussies since we've been talking. So
that's true. Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe it's the same old lady. Maybe I was talking about one pussy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
just
true.
3 different times. So I saw a thing, just one several times. I honestly coming into this, I was like, you know, when I think about this as a single guy, me and my business cards. I'm like, when someone's married, I wonder if they're like, how do other men talk to my wife when I'm not around, you know? And it's like this right here, I was like,
what it
is recorded, and you know, your husband could actually watch this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I imagine watching it, he's like waiting for us to say some shit, you know? He's like, I'm gonna comment on that video so hard, you know?
There was something really
He's gonna
weird
make
that
a
happened
fake
to
one.
me. Like when Steph and I mean, we'd been together for a really long time, but I don't even think we were married at this point. But like randomly, when we would meet like other married people, like there was a friend of our, there was like a friend of a friend of a friend who was like 80 fucking years old. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea how old she was, but she was definitely up there. And for some reason, I was
28.
so inappropriate with her.
Really?
like in front of Steph, I would say stuff like I would say to your mom, where I was just, feeling it. And it was always like fun and like lighthearted. But there was a part of me that was like, listen, if I could get these two in a room,
hey,
ladies. And Steph was always like, it's all right. He has a thing for married women. I don't understand. I don't know. It's not my fault.
All the time. It's fine.
It's not my fault. I'm generous.
You are too generous with your time for sure, because I could use a whole lot less of it. You know what I mean? Man, I'm just like mean tonight and no one else is mean. So this is just really highlighting, oh, what a jackass I can be. It's been a long
You're
day.
in like a sassy mood.
I've been crying all day.
No.
Cried because Sawyer
Don't
was
do it.
fucking, I tortured,
Thanks.
I held him while someone tortured him with a fucking needle. And then I cried because I ruined some people's life. I'm a,
Sawyer's super
To
weak
be
though,
fair,
so that was probably easy to torture him.
Oh yeah. He wasn't going
every
anywhere.
kid
Dude.
is like super afraid of every kind of freaking doctor. Like Julian today, he like bit a donut and he was like, I can't eat this donut. It hurts my teeth. And I'm like, hurts your teeth?
Yeah.
What do you mean? And he's like, oh no, it doesn't. I'm like, Scott, we're gonna have to take him to the dentist pretty soon. And he was like, no, what does the dentist do? And
It's
I'm
the
like,
end
"They
of the
clean your
world, yeah.
teeth." And then I was like, they clean your teeth like with a toothbrush. Okay, is that all they do? Yeah, and then they give you a free toothpaste and a free toothbrush and floss. What is floss? I don't know, it's like the string, and then like you just put it in your teeth. I don't want the string.
Yes. Seriously. Kids are
I'm like,
so
what am I supposed to
stupid.
do when he goes?
What?
I'm like, what am I supposed to do when he goes? I'm just supposed to like hold him down as they're like trying to clean his teeth. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully you've been doing your squats, because that kid's gonna be tall and strong. All right.
He's already almost 4 foot tall. Did you know that?
That's nuts.
No one cares.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know what a dentist is, so not really afraid of him. Thanks.
Yeah, he can barely eat a donut. I'm not really worried.
He was like, I can't.
Yeah, get at me,
He literally
bro.
he will not eat fries that like have a little part that's burnt. Like if it looks a little like burnt or like a little, like how Wendy's fries have like a little of the peel.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, these are not good fries. I'm not eating them. They have brown stuff on it.
Listen, he needs to
Like,
go to
what the fuck is a
Pittsburgh and
potato?
work at the fucking nonprofit food shelter and figure out how good he has it.
He's like, I only eat white fries, none of these fucking brown ones, mom. And you're like, listen, babe, you're a half brown fry, so I don't know.
Only the
like,
ones
"You're
that
half
look like they
Mexican,"
can
and he's
afford
like,
shoes.
I don't know what that is. No.
So let's just,
He's like, I'm not Mexican. I have 6 shoes.
Yeah, look at these fucking kicks, mom.
Velcro, bitch.
That's Marshall and Chase. He's on the case.
All right,
Rubble
that's it.
on the double.
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot to end it.
I
Paw
think
Patrol
so.
does not need to be mentioned more than once on the show.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was for sure Paw Patrol. I just assumed
It sure was.
and that's what it
nice
was.
job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about gray-haired puss, not fucking brown-haired dogs. All right, guys.
Kim Kardashian was in Paw Patrol. Kim Kardashian in Paw Patrol.
No.
Really?
Yeah, she was. Mm-hmm.
She also got
She was
Meek
in the
Mill
Paw
out of
Patrol
jail,
movie.
so that's
Who?
awesome. Meek Mill.
She's also dating Pete Davidson.
I know. We should talk about that, but in a minute or so.
Damn it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Aracely, for
thanks.
coming on. Hopefully you had fun. I mean, we did make fun of you a lot, but it's all right. It's part of our process. I'm generous.
We love you.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, we're super grateful that you
Have fun.
joined us, Aracely. Honestly,
Thanks for having me.
We're gonna get back into having more guests because
Exactly.
we had a good run. There was like 4 and like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then we just didn't have one for the next 45 episodes.
I remember Steph and Marino and stuff, and then
Yeah.
Yep.
don't have any more until me.
Yeah,
So.
I got tired of those fucking jamokes soaking up my spotlight. Okay, so
But
right,
yeah,
y'all.
guys, send us an email, twofuckingidiotspod@gmail.com. Hit us up on
TikTok,
social media.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Jump on our Facebook and argue with some people on our most recent posts because people have been loving that shit. So
Yeah. Random people. Rick, I'm talking to you.
What?
really just like this probably bottom of the barrel of the internet.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show really is. So
The Aaron Rodgers video was, us just making fun of the situation, nothing crazy.
yeah,
But some
Now I gotta go
random
look.
fucking person that we had no idea who he was like, the first sentence he fucking commented was like, well, you guys are right. You're two fucking idiots or something like that.
yeah. I think he
It's
wrote
like-
fucking.
Yeah,
I was like, okay,
All right. Thanks, Rick.
nice.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
Thanks for listening.
Honestly, that was exhilarating. If we could get like more ignorant people to jump on our statuses, I would love it. That was so much fun.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
do that, you ignoramuses, and we'll catch you guys soon. All right.
Adios.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Happy or sad, it's story time.